In this episode, join us as we embark on an extraordinary off-the-grid adventure to Big Bend Ranch State Park in West Texas. Stay tuned.
Good to go.
Cool. All this is real pretty country. This first section will be going down a lot, and then a little bit later on will be, it'll turn into more like a caliche road, and we'll be on some low ridges and things with views on either side.
After years, I returned to Big Bend, not to the national park this time, but to the state park right next door. The state park is renowned for its rugged terrain, catering to those who seek a true off-road experience. Guiding us on this journey is my friend Jake, a local resident familiar with the area, as I explore this new terrain with my son Ezra and good friend Duncan. And this marks the inaugural trip in my new 2023 Nissan Frontier Pro4X. While it's not a Toyota, those who followed my channel since its early days may recall my adventures in Big Bend with my Xterra Pro4X. Seeking something different from a Tacoma, the Frontier caught my attention, and I really like this little truck. Our adventure kicks off on FM Road 2810 outside Marfa, Texas, heading southbound to Ruidosa, Texas, a charming village along the Texas-Mexico border. Interestingly, scenes from one of my favorite movies, No Country for Old Men, were filmed along this road, including the memorable traffic scene with the protagonist pulling over the innocent driver.
Howdy. What's this about?
Step out of the car, please, sir.
What is that?
I need you to step out of the car, sir.
For a scenic drive, we opt for this route over the highway despite the longer journey to the state park. The picturesque drive turns out to be well worth the time.
Yeah, somebody died. You died yesterday? People down.
So Mexico is actually like right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw when we came down the hill, you got all those orange trees right there.
Yeah.
That's the river.
Before delving into the state park, a stop at Fort Leaton is essential to secure our state park permits. Originally established in 1848 as a private trading post by Ben Leaton, Fort Leaton played a pivotal role in trade between the United States and Mexico in the mid-19th century. Serving as a stopover along the Chihuahua Trail, the fort held significance during the Mexican-American War and the Civil War. Abandoned in the late 19th century, Fort Leaton now stands as a historical site, offering insights into the region's rich past.
Yeah, because when I used to crate.
Our journey continues west on the unpaved main road of the ranch, guiding us to the Sauceda Ranger Station. This dirt road leads us through the heart of the park, boasting hot showers and even Wi-Fi at the Ranger Station.
So as you can see here, I have this radio mount from Bullet Point, which makes this really cool little system to mount your things. But the only issue is that when you mount it, it rattles like crazy. But when I get home, I have a little fix for it that Duncan showed me. You just gotta wedge something in there to keep it more, keep it stuck. Yeah, like that. Other than that, it's a pretty cool mount. I really like this whole little system. But for now, we're gonna have to not look cool and I have to leave it there. Unless we're on pavement. On pavement, it's fine. And this over here, this is a little Garmin InReach Mini 2. I just got this just in case of an emergency. You pay their little subscription. I pay $11, I believe it's $12 a month, and you can send an SOS anywhere in the world, and you can send some pre-text, say like pre-written text that it has on there for free. You can send them out to your family members so that they can know that you're okay with coordinates. So this is pretty cool. especially when you're out here, middle of nowhere. You never know.
Departing from the station, we navigate a narrow trail to the southeast, where our campsite awaits in the heart of Big Bend Ranch State Park. Big Bend Ranch State Park showcases a striking desert landscape where the Chihuahuan Desert unfolds in a tapestry of rugged beauty. Vast expanses of arid terrain are punctuated by ocotillo, desert wildflowers, and the resilient flora and fauna adapted to the harsh environment. The park's canyons, carved by the forces of nature, stand as majestic monuments to the relentless passage of time, inviting visitors to explore the untamed beauty of this desert wilderness.
Alright guys, we made it. We are at Pila De Los Muchachos campsite over here. We are kind of like on the southeast part of the park, which by what the park ranger said, it's not really well traveled, or not traveled at all. The drive was pretty treacherous. Rating it from going to Big Bend National Park to coming to the ranch, my first time, this is way more rugged. I think if you're looking for 4x4 stuff, this is the place to go. The national park really doesn't have anything. I mean, Black Gap, they say it's cool. I've done it multiple times. We did it in Tula Drive. It's not, here you're gonna need 4-low. Going up this hill was a little rough. I mean, the Frontier did it like no problem. So that just tells you if you bring a stock Tacoma 4Runner, just have good tires because the rocks are sharp. Let's bring it over here. The kids are playing around. Let's turn the camera. The sun is actually starting to set. So the camp is called Pila De Los Muchachos, translating to the boys' water tank. It's a water tank here. So let's show you guys up. There wasn't much information on the internet regarding this camp spot, so we just kind of took it. But it's really secluded. It was about an hour and a half from the park ranger station in the middle of the park, which is the Sauceda park ranger station. So we're gonna have a good fire going. We got a picnic table and everything, and we got beautiful views. The kids are having fun. Which is the most important part, I think. They hope they remember this. They might not appreciate it as much as we do, but they will when they get older. Look at that. Beautiful, guys. This is definitely a place to come. I really recommend it. So anyways, enough of the talking. We need to start setting up before it gets too dark.
In Big Bend Ranch State Park, the sunsets are a colorful masterpiece, casting the mountains in a warm and vibrant glow. The expansive desert horizon becomes a canvas painted with hues of orange, pink, and purple as the sun sinks behind the rugged terrain. As day gives way to the night, the celestial display continues with the park's designation as an international dark sky park, allowing for a breathtaking view of the stars emerging in the pristine night sky.
Ian, you want a hot dog? Yes, I want a hot dog with cheese. And you want the hot dog with cheese? Can I go watch
As the sun quietly rose, casting a beautiful glow over the mountains surrounding us, we found ourselves in solitude within the vast Chihuahuan desert.
Well, we're going hiking somewhere around here. That's true.
Not a soul in sight for miles, until a lone traveler on a bike stumbled upon our camp. Journeying through the park by mountain bike, we extended hospitality with water and food before he continued on his way.
There's a date on the concrete.
Oh, okay. When they put the foundation.
Yeah. Looks
What
like
was it?
22577.
Oh, nice.
And it looks like some initials, but I couldn't really make them out.
So you were saying that this was private land a few decades ago, right?
I believe so. Yeah. It was like a big ranch.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was donated to the state,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just now it's a big
Now we get to use it.
state park. Yeah.
Nice.
Our day's plan centered on hiking to Madrid Falls, situated on the eastern end of a challenging dirt road trail.
Alright guys, let's go.
Kudos to the onX app. Having saved the Big Bend Ranch map on my phone, it proved indispensable for navigating the intricate hiking trail. Much of the path was confusing, but onX guided us every step of the way. Thank you, onX.
I will hold y'all's hand for this part.
Well, there's a tree over there too. Yeah, you can see the crack in the...
Wait,
canyon.
that tree over there, that's where
Yeah.
you
So that's where the water
Yeah.
is.
That's where you're gonna see water.
Well,
What do you mean?
Well, when you see those trees, that means that there's water nearby. Because we're in a desert. So trees, you don't see trees in deserts.
Wait, that tree is on what? The...
That means that's a sign that there's water there.
ground.
Yeah.
The trees can drink it, but we won't be able to see it.
Well, there you go.
That's where all the water is, but it's underground.
To know.
Can I drop it?
Unfortunately, Jake's son had been unwell since morning, and the trail exacerbated his condition. Making a tough call, Jake decided to head back home to Alpine, concluding our camping trip with them prematurely. This decision left only Ezra, Duncan, and me to continue the exploration.
Watch these thorns, okay? Watch your head. I'll let you go first. Go first. This is the waterfall.
Ow, 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 ow. I can fall and I die.
Yeah, stay right there. Just don't do it just justice.
Don't like it like.
Yeah, it looks flat. Just like what it. Well, we're back at camp. So we went to, what was the place called again? Madrid Falls, right? Madrid Falls, which is, you go down the trail here, which is a very short distance, and then we headed east, and it ends over there at that trailhead. And the only thing is that Jake had to, they took off because his younger son wasn't feeling too good and he was having some issues, so they took off. The day after that they left. So now it's just me, Duncan, and Ezra, and we're out here alone at the campsite. So this is gonna be our actual last night here. We were gonna do 3 nights, but now that they left early, we're just gonna take off tomorrow. Take off tomorrow, like after lunch. So tomorrow we're gonna get out. We're gonna head to the Sauceda Ranger Station, which has showers. Get some showers going, and then we're gonna go check out this cave that has some pictographs that's close by, and then we're gonna head back home. Tonight's gonna get a little cold. It's gonna drop in the low 30s or 30 degrees, so we're gonna be prepared. We're gonna get the campfire going and just relax. It's really peaceful out here. So what's going on, Ezra? What are you building?
I'm building a pit for the RC car.
For the Jeep. It looks pretty cool. There we go. That was good. I'm preparing for tonight's cold weather, which I'm sure some of y'all are going to say that's not cold, but for me it's cold. And this rooftop tent, which is a CVT, came with this insulation wall. I've never used it, so it's going to be my first time using it. I'm putting it up, which is kind of annoying, but should keep us a lot warmer than without it. It is it's about 8:32, and we are already inside the tent. It is, the wind speeds, I don't know what the wind speeds are, but they are horrendous. They remind us of when there's high winds at the beach. It's kind of like that. It's bad, and on top of that, it's super cold. The temperature's dropping, and the fire was very low. It wasn't doing much anymore, so Ezra and I came into the tent, and I gotta say, this is working out pretty good. It's warm in here, and then on top of that, with the right sleeping bags, we're pretty good. We're really comfortable in here. Duncan stayed outside, and we'll see you in the morning.
Yeah. Well, another beautiful morning out here at Big Bend Ranch. But man, last night was insane. It was so windy the whole night. Tent was shaking. It was cold. And then stopped. And we now wake up to no wind. But it's so cold. Sun's coming out. So once it makes it over the mountain, then we'll warm up. But for a day, we're basically gonna relax a little bit here and start packing up and making our way back to the ranger station.
All right, Duncan, so how did the Gazelle tent do in the heavy winds last night?
It did surprisingly well. I had to, if you want to come look, I had to guy the side down. So if you don't know how the Gazelle tent sets up, it's really easy. You know, the sides just kind of pop. You know, they pop in and out. But on this side, the wind was blowing up from this direction last night. So the wind was pushing this side in. So I had to run a guy line to this side because the wind was actually pushing this side in. So I just ran a guy line from there. And I put a rock there just in case it was pushing it up, but it held up really well. Mm-hmm. You know, you're gonna get your noise from all night long, but it held up. I strongly recommend the Gazelle tent for those who don't want to spend the time setting up a tent. It's really quick. To me, the only big downfall is how big it is when it's not set up, you know, like when it's
we gotta put it in the back of the truck, and
yeah, when you gotta put it in the back of the truck, right? Like it's
a big
maybe
piece.
12 by 12, but it's by like almost like 6 feet.
Yeah.
We'll show you when we have it. When we're headed out, when we're packed up, like it almost takes up the entire length of the Frontier bed. So
yeah.
That's my biggest complaint about it. But other than that, it's a good tent.
Now that you saw Duncan's tent, well, let me show you my little setup here. This is a CVT tent, and it did did pretty well. That insulation walls did okay. It wasn't anything crazy. My head was a little cold. Well, my face was a little cold during the night, but the sleeping bag did good. Down here, we have this Anchor power station. It's a really big power station, and we've been traveling since Thursday, and it's at 25%. It's just been powering the fridge. I have plugged in my batteries, my camera batteries, to charge that up, so it's probably gonna make it, hopefully, till we get home. Hopefully. If not, I brought 2 other power stations just in case. A little overkill. I could have brought solar panels for this thing, but I didn't. And then we have the Iceco. I've had this fridge, I would say about, I think coming up to 3 years. The first time I used it was when I went to Colorado. And I only use this fridge for big trips like this when I have multiple people traveling with me. So if not, I usually carry a little fridge, because this thing has a lot of space, but it uses up a lot of energy compared to my little fridge that's half the size and has its own battery, which helps out. And yeah, so I have that. I have these Rome boxes, which are awesome. They're kind of heavy, but they're tough. They open by themselves, as you can see there. Pretty nice. And yeah, so I have those boxes over there. That stuff. I do use some Husky boxes, which I also highly recommend. These are really affordable solution for your camping gear. This is just like our snacks box, but these, as you can see, which I've done a video on them, you can check my channel. I did a review on these. They have a gasket inside, and I've taken them to the beach in the back of my truck. I never get sand or water in them. They're really tough, and Home Depot sells them. So I'm gonna keep getting ready, start putting things away, because we're gonna make our way north. We're gonna go like northwest, that direction, towards the Salceda Ranger Station. So I'm gonna do that same line, right? From last time?
I'd say so, yeah. Yeah, kind of take it wide and then go into that side.
Oh, there's a skid plate.
That's all I'd say.
Our next destination is Cueva Larga, a hidden cave deep in the park's backcountry. To reach it, we navigate a challenging dirt road that demands a 4x4 with decent clearance. My Frontier only has 1.5 inch lift, not much, basically stock height, and it did pretty well. Only once did I bash the skid plate, but picking the right lines worked out.
Driver.
If you're planning on driving a Subaru or something like that out there, just watch your line and take it easy. And one thing I forgot to mention is that the rocks here are very unforgiving and will eat up your tires. Once I got home, I found out I had a small gash on the sidewall of my tire and had to get it replaced. So definitely do not drive out here with street tires or with light all-terrains. And always carry a spare tire.
Look right here. Now let's go check out these pictographs. By the way, this is a really cool place to check out if you're here. The trail was pretty fun. It was a little rocky. It's definitely an adult hand. Look at this one over here. It's got
got these like, I guess from the, I'm assuming from water. Water must kind of go through here. Or I don't know. I'm not the professional. But it must have been nice. Just sitting here, looking out over the whole vista. I'm sure this cave has seen so many people through the centuries or thousands of years coming in here from protection of from all the weather and all that. It's pretty cool. Check this hole out here. So we're wondering what that's about. I'm sure Indians might have made that hole over time to mix things.
For storage?
Or storage, it's true.
Yep.
There's another hole over here.
Not that deep.
Which, I don't know if I put it in this video, but we saw some holes, some smaller holes when we were over there by the Madrid Falls. So, those might have been from Indians just carving through it to mix things like using it kind of like a bowl.
You might. Alright guys, well we just came back from the cave, which was super cool. We just got out on the main park road and we're gonna head back home, so that's about it on this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know we had a lot of fun. This was an awesome experience. Definitely gonna come back here. Honestly, I kind of like this one better than the national park, but they both have their things, which is cool. So, cool thing is that you can visit the national park and the state park. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.